What's going on, everybody? It's BBQ Juice, and I know I'm a little late to the party with this one, but I want to do a video. I want to give my thoughts, my opinion, talk about Evo 2020 lineup, because I know a lot of people are upset, some people are excited. I want to give a slightly unbiased opinion. So I know a lot of people are upset about Mortal Kombat being at Evo this year, and I get it. You know, especially for the diehard fans, I get it. But personally, I think there's numerous reasons why that happened, and I just feel at this point, honestly, Mortal Kombat 11 just isn't as exciting as the other Mortal Kombat used to be. It's not as fun to watch. I mean, and I come from, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, I play a decent amount of these other games that are at Evo, but the very first fighting game as a kid that I actually started playing and like actually liked, and it kind of got me into fighting games, was Mortal Kombat 3 on Sega Genesis. Like as a kid, that was the first like major fighting game I played. I played Street Fighter and stuff after, but like me actually playing it, not like, you know, oh, I'm at my cousin's house and I just touched the remote. Like, nah, me actually playing it, yeah, I used to play Mortal Kombat 3. So, you know, that was the first fighting game I knew, and I used to love Mortal Kombat. I played Mortal Kombat 3. I remember playing Mortal Kombat 64 like crazy. I always enjoyed their games. Honestly, I got really hyped even when I first heard about Mortal Kombat 11. When I saw the previews, when I saw everything, I was hyped, but it's just, it died down so quick. It just didn't really stay interesting to me. It just feels like the gameplay for it's just like, it almost looks so linear now. Like it didn't used to look like that. It didn't used to be like that, you know? Like Mortal Kombat 3 back then, like it was a lot faster paced and it was different, I felt. And just not that entertaining to watch. And granted, there's a few of these games that I can understand people arguing that exact point, because Mortal Kombat, like I said, to me, it's not that fast paced and it's just not that interesting to watch. But there's a few of these games that are here that also aren't that fast paced. But a lot of them are still interesting to watch. They're still hype. They're still clutch. It's still like people get crazy for them. Like even Samurai Showdown. Like Samurai Showdown is a fairly different paced game compared to a lot of these games. The gameplay is kind of slow, like it's definitely kind of slower than some of the other games. I mean, you still got to know what you're doing and be quick, and like, but the entire movement as a whole, it's kind of slow. It's definitely a lot. It's slower in pace compared to games like Fighter Z, compared to a game like Under Night, compared to even Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which I'm super psyched about that, even though it's only, you know, an 8-person invitational. I think that's going to be the hype. It's probably going to take the show. I think it's going to be the hypest thing there. And out of all the games, that's not even, I didn't expect that whatsoever, honestly. And I'm really psyched for Uniclear coming out. Under Night and Burst TLR coming out in a few weeks. I'm really psyched for that, honestly. Like I suck at Under Night. I've been trying to get better, you know, playing more, but I really like Under Night, and I'm really psyched for Uniclear coming out. Even with that said, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is going to be dope, man. You can't put it past it. That is going to be some crazy hype. Just that top 8 alone is probably going to have more hype than any of these other games. Like I said, I like a lot of these games. I play some of these games. Smash Ultimate is all I played for. I mean, not Ultimate obviously, but I've played Smash for years. In Smash 4, I was a dedicated Smash player. I actually really didn't play many other games for a few years. Like on Wii U, I only played Smash 4. I didn't play anything else on the Wii. I mean, there wasn't no good games on there. And when the Switch came out, I bought a Switch the first weekend it came out because I knew Smash was going to come out. But honestly, even with all that said, as much time that I've spent playing Smash, as much time recently that I've spent playing Under Night, that I've been trying to play Fighter Z, all of that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 just is actually sounds like the hypest thing there. Like honestly, like, and I'm not somebody. I don't even play Marvel vs. Capcom 2. When I was younger, I mean, the game came out 20 years ago. You know, so when it came out when I was in elementary school, yeah, I played it and I thought it was awesome. I thought the game was badass. I mean, I was too young to really appreciate it on a level that other people have, but I love that game. And when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came out, I had it on Xbox 360 and I played that shit until it almost blew up. I used to play the hell out of that game. I love Marvel vs. Capcom. Not really a fan of Infinite. Nothing about it really. Like I said, I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I played Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, but this Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is just like so crazy to me. Like that's actually what I'm looking forward to more. Even though a game like Under Night is a game that I want to watch to learn more and get better at, you just can't knock a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 hype that's going to be there, bro. It's going to be so live. So, I mean, it's going to be what it is for that. Now, the one kind of somewhat random game in this mix, to me, sorry guys for the fans that are fans of it. Soul Calibur 6 doesn't really do much for me. And it being at EVO, for me, out of all the games here, that game, Soul Calibur 6 is kind of like, I could do with or without it. It doesn't really matter. I used to play Soul Calibur 5 a lot. Like a good year or two. Me and my little brother like played the hell out of that game, but it doesn't interest me as much. Just everything about it mechanically, like I'd play it if I don't own the game, but I'd play it right now. You know, no problem. But it's just doesn't appeal to me. But even that, I mean, Soul Calibur is a legend at this point, like Mortal Kombat. So it's understandable in a sense to me. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, as much as I was hyped for this game, as beautiful as I think the game is, I think it's like, I mean, besides Guilty Gear Strive, I mean, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is one of the best looking games out to me. I love Arc System's work. Like they do shit that other people are nowhere near, and it's so crazy to me. I think Guilty Gear is just so visually appealing. I could sit and watch people play Guilty Gear for a good minute and not get bored just watching, because it's just a beautiful game. And I mean, honestly, the same thing with Fighter Z. You know, there's people that aren't fans of Fighter Z and they don't like it, and as a tag game they think it's simple or repetitive, but at the end of the day, the game is beautiful. The game is put together, it's so vibrant, there's nothing but action. Like, you're not gonna get bored watching a tournament or something like that, man. There's so much crazy hype shit going on. Like, no. But Mortal Kombat 11 is just not that hype. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't see it being that crazy hype. And then the thing with Grand Blue Fantasy is like, yeah, it's kind of like a slap in the face for people like Mortal Kombat or some other games that didn't make it. But you gotta understand and remember, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus was demoed at EVO last year. I mean, it's basically a given. You know, they demoed the game. It was probably part of everything at that time agreement. Like, oh yeah, you know, make sure you got the game ready in time, and you'll be at EVO next year. We'll debut your game, and it'll be one of the top games here. Like, this is what it is at the end of the day, is running publicity for the game. So I'm not upset about it, because like I said, I'm not a die-hard fan of nothing. Like I said, I played Smash Ultimate since the game came out. I'm surprised it hasn't blown up. I played so much of it. I've just kind of not been playing as much Smash lately. Kind of put it to the side. But everything there, it makes sense to me. I could see why Mortal Kombat's not here. Like, and I know Mortal Kombat drove, you know, so many people last year to EVO, but like I said, besides the fact that I personally don't find Mortal Kombat enjoyable to watch, I also think it kind of plays a big role into it. The fact that, I mean, at the end of the day, Mortal Kombat is a pretty gory and graphic game, which, you know, it always has been, but it's almost like that's the main focal point of those games now. It's like the stress and the emphasis is just trying to make it look as gory and crazy as it can be, and not really focus so much on the mechanics and the actual fighting gameplay. I mean, like different like little cutscene, this and that. When you just do whatever regular attack, where they're showing you breaking somebody's jaw and their bone shattering and all this crazy shit. It's like they're just trying to make it to be some like gory horror shit, but they're taking away from the game itself. Like I'm not putting down Mortal Kombat. I'm not trying to make no beef videos with people that like those games. I'm just saying, all you real Mortal Kombat fans have to admit, Mortal Kombat 11 just, it's not necessarily up to par with a lot of the other Mortal Kombat games, bro. They made it look nice, you know. They got the graphics on point, but it's just gameplay wise, it's not what it was before. Not saying that it can't, you know, if they were to make another one or if they made changes, that, you know, it can't get back crazy hot, but it's just not that enjoyable to watch. And Evo's got a bunch, you know, it's fighting games. It's sponsored by certain people. Certain people don't really want to sponsor such a gory graphic game. Just like, you know, when everybody was catching slack over Grand Theft Auto, when kids were playing it and doing like shooting people, and then the parents used to be like, "No, I don't want my kid playing Grand Theft Auto. It's such an evil game." And I make them do it. Same concept. You know, there's, you know, younger kids, teenagers that watch these competitions, that go to these tournaments, and some of the companies just don't want to be associated with it, which is like, hey, it's cool, you know. I mean, there's games that I really wanted to see here and they're not here. I mean, like I said, Granblue Fantasy, I feel like it was a given because of the whole demo at Evo. And I feel like because of Granblue Fantasy is why there's no BB tag. Because it kind of, that was kind of odd to me too. Because I mean, after the fact, I realized BB tag wasn't as big at Evo as I had thought. But I mean, BB tag has solid fans, but I know it was one of those things where it was a switch out with ArcSys, and they were like, look, you know, whatever, man, BB tag didn't do that great, cool, but you know, you demoed this game for us, you know, we already came to agreement last year when they demoed it, you know, just swap us out then, you know, let's put Granblue Fantasy, you could take out BB tag, it's fine. I mean, I'm the most hurt by the fact that there's no Guilty Gear. I mean, I love that game, and I think it's, when it comes to fighting games, I think it's one of the games that has like one of the best overall, like, I guess, complexities to it. Not really that much cutting corners and doing a cheap route or getting easy wins in Guilty Gear as you can in certain games. There's no smart steer combos. That's the one thing that kind of, I love Under Night, and it's the game that I play the most right now currently out of fighting games. But I kind of wish they just took that out in Uniclear. Take out that damn smart steer combo. I don't need that. Like, the game itself has so much more going for it mechanically and complexity wise. Take that out, man. It's like you're belittling the game by putting in that little smart steer combo. Take that out. Like, Guilty Gear sucks, man. I really like watching Guilty Gear tournaments. That shit is hype. I feel like that game takes a certain level of skill to play at that high level, that high top 8 tournament level, that it's crazy. It's crazy. That game is fast paced, and there's so much, you know, so much in the mechanics and dynamically with that game that's involved that it's like, I love that game. I love it. But hey, you know, it's getting, you know, Guilty Gear's kind of always had like a cult following. It's been a niche type of game. You know, it's an anime fighter. I know everybody, it's not the hottest thing in the streets to everybody. It's not what it has everybody's attention. It's fine, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and like bash Evo or something. I think Guilty Gear to me is one of the top 5 like most, I guess, takes the most skill to play fighting games at a very high level. I think another one that people either overlook or just don't know about is definitely BlazBlue Central Fiction. BlazBlue Central Fiction 2 is a game that I think everything about it, from the timing of the combos, learning the matchups, you know, every character having their different drive, and everything about that game, I love the concept of the game. I suck so bad at it. I mean, I'm really bad at that game, but I love the game. And you know, I'd like to, gonna keep playing it, you know, try to get better, learn more and more. It's kind of rough because online, I play a lot of these games on PC, and the lobbies and the net play is just kind of dead for some of these games. And Central Fiction is one of those games that it's rare that you can just catch someone online. It's not one of those games that you could just easily at any time of the day be like, I'm just gonna jump in ranked. A lot of times you're not gonna find nobody, so you know, you gotta go through Discord when you're looking for matches. I mean, especially when you're playing on PC through Steam. I mean, there's a bigger player base, especially on console with like PS4. Like PS4 is like the, you know, fighting console. In the day, all the fighting games are on PS4. I know it's not as bad online with the net play, but you know, a game like Central Fiction, not that many people playing online. So you know, jump into Discord, you network with people, you know, talk to people, and a lot of these communities, Central Fiction, Guilty Gear, Under Night, their fan bases, bro, it's the coolest, chillest community that I've seen. Like, the people are just so chill and like, oh bro, oh you're new to the game, oh let me show you this and that, let me tell you, let me teach you, let me help you out, let me, like, everybody is just like, it's a cool community. Everybody's just looking out for each other. Like, hey, look, you know, oh, you're a beginner or newcomer. I'll show you, you know, what I know, or help you out. You know, it's not like, oh, you're a beginner, good, let me mop the floor with you. Like, you know, people don't really feel like that in these communities, and it's like a lot of these people just, you know, they want to challenge themselves. They want to, you know, start playing the game, learn, train, learn more, and then through repetition, you know, playing, learning matchups, then they want to have some good matches. Like, at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. I mean, for me, that's why I like playing fighting games. I'm just trying to have some good matches, some fun matches, you know. But you know, at the end of the day, what's at Evo is at Evo. You know, the games that didn't make it, you know, like I said, there's the reasons. There's reasons. There's reasons why Mortal Kombat's not there. There's reasons why Guilty Gear and Central Fiction and Blaze Blue and BB Tag aren't there. There's reasons behind all of that, and I still think that lineup is solid. You know, I understand. I'm sorry, Mortal Kombat fans. I know you guys are pretty enraged. It's been like a solid 7 years that you guys have had a game at Evo, so I know it's kind of messed up for you guys, but you gotta also, like I said, look at the big picture of Mortal Kombat as a whole. It's a gory ass game. Not everybody really wants to sponsor that, you know. People don't want their kids playing certain games or seeing certain games, and that shit being put on a gigantic projector screen. You know, certain parents hold their reserves and have their thoughts and opinions about games like that. So it's unfortunate for Mortal Kombat fans, but for me, I think that the lineup is good like that. I don't think any of those games really should switch out for Mortal Kombat. If there would be one, maybe Soul Calibur. As that, I feel like most of those games deserve those spots. They've worked their way up to those spots. The games have further developed and had patches and balances and, you know, everything like that. And like I said, I think I'm personally psyched as shit for Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. But the game came out 20 years ago. It's like some legendary epic shit. Like, how the 20-year-old game, but they just brought it in for an 8-person invitational? Like, it's gonna be crazy. You guys don't sleep on the Marvel vs. Capcom top 8, man. It's probably gonna be the most interesting matches of the entire weekend. I can feel it. I know it. But like I said, I just want to give my thoughts, my opinions, talk about, you know, a few things. I've seen people talking very angry and hostile about this situation in No Mortal Kombat, but you know, you gotta just take it for what it is. It's not like they banned Mortal Kombat, all tournaments and gaming events. Still plenty of tournaments that go on throughout the year that are gonna have Mortal Kombat. So, you know, maybe next year things will change and they'll bring them back in. But looks like Arxis has a pretty tight relationship with them right now, being that they had what three out of 9 games, or their games alone. Like I said, the Grand Blue Fantasy is that one game that I'm kind of like, the game didn't come out, but I see it. I see the vision and everything. Like I said, with the fact that they had it last year as the demo, the debut, you know, it's business at the end of the day. So, money makes the world go around, bro. All these tournaments, think about it. How many people would be showing up if they said, all you getting is a high five? If they told you all you getting is a Smash remote with a gold logo. Oh, man. Money makes the world go around. So, you know, these companies probably talking money and got Evo to say, oh yeah, you talking money like that? You never know. So that's my thoughts on the Evo lineup. Like I said, I think it's a fire lineup. I think it's a good choice and selection and balance of games. You got a little bit of like everything kind of mixed in there. You got games like Tekken, which aren't as traditional as a 2D fighter because it's a 3D fighter, you know. You're not just walking back and forth. You got to worry about sidestepping. Like, it's a good balance of games. You know, there's those 9 games. There's a fighting game for everyone. If you play fighting games, one of those 9, you have to like at least one of those 9 because it's a decent diversity between everything. Like, yeah, there's 3 Arxis games, but hey, am I Showdown 2? I want to see that. I'm not gonna lie. Even a lot of the games that I don't play. Like, you know, I want to see the matches at Evo too. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, solid lineup, good games. I can't wait for Uniclear, man. I'm so psyched for this game in a few weeks, man. But that was my thoughts. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. It goes a long way for me. Check out my other videos. Let me know what you think. You know, I appreciate feedback, even if it's constructive criticism. Hey, end of the day, if I could do better or make better for viewers or people that are watching, then I want to know what it is that I could work on. So, I mean, you know, if it's something, let me know. Leave a comment, you know, let me know if there's something. But, that's all I got for today, guys. I'll catch you guys next time.